It's time for Deadpool! Okay, comic book fans, today we're talking about Deadpool.
Oh, great fun. What
crazy
breaking the fourth wall stuff are we going to do, or dad jokes?
I don't know. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Right, Deadpool.
Yeah.
We're both fans of the character.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yes and no. I mean, I've got mixed feelings about the character these days.
For me, Deadpool was, I can't remember the writer, that's poor of me, was, say, 10, 11 years ago when that Deadpool series, before the Agent X stuff started.
Gail Simone, maybe, or was it Joe Kelly?
I can't remember.
No.
Either way, it was that run up until Agent X. Brilliant run. It wasn't too wackadoo, you know, riding a unicycle with a sword and an axe with bunny rabbit slippers on. It wasn't any of that.
No.
Not that I don't think it's ever happened.
Oh,
There's an idea, Marvel, use it.
Yeah, trust me, that has happened.
Yeah, and then we'll see it in
Sure
DC with Harlequin.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for me, Deadpool, I enjoyed the film. I genuinely did enjoy the film. I laughed. I thought it was funny. I thought it was done very well. A very modern Deadpool take. But comic book wise, I just think he's become too much of a joke.
Yeah.
Way too much of a joke. Like, he gets owned quite a lot. It's like,
well,
when did he stop being a good mercenary?
Yeah. I was just about to argue that he's a bit too OP, if anything.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, he does. He gets owned due to his idiocy a lot, but at the same time, he's also a threat. You know, like a major threat. Like he'll fuck over people that maybe he shouldn't fuck over. You know what I mean?
Or like the whole Thanos thing.
Yeah.
Well, that was not his doing though.
No.
It's like somebody's in love with him. It's like, I can't help it.
But I mean, I've got very mixed feelings about Deadpool. When Deadpool was very first introduced in New Mutants '98. Yeah. Well, I picked up that comic when it was in the newsagents, back when they used to sell comics in newsagents. Cost me 70p.
Yeah,
Still got
those
my
days when they used to put a price tag on it and you had to peel it off and go,
But yeah, it cost me 70p. I've still actually got the very same book that I picked up back in the day, and straight away I thought the fucking character was awesome. I thought, I fucking love this character. It looks like Spider-Man, which was appealing to me because I was a big fan of Spider-Man at the time, and he was basically Spider-Man, except he was you know, he was a mercenary. He was a bad guy.
Yeah, like my first introduction to Deadpool wasn't New Mutants '98. It was actually the back of the X-Men toy packets.
Oh, okay.
And looking at it, going, who the hell is Spider-Man with guns? That was my first sort of like that view of the character. Who was that? I wanted it.
Yeah.
I wanted that toy. It's still hard to get these days.
Yeah.
That entire X-Force line, the Toy Biz toys, actually quite hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Deadpool.
But in his first few appearances, he was like,
I might do a video.
you know, the very beginnings of what he becomes now. So he was like, he was funny, he talked shit, he had the banter and all that kind of stuff. Very much the same way Spider-Man had the banter and stuff like that. And he would talk during fights, and he was an idiot. And you could tell he was inept. You know, he was a hard bastard, but he was also inept at the same time. So a bit of a contradiction there. But you know, his own stupidity would sometimes get the better of him. And but he was he was a dangerous foe, but he wasn't like, people didn't fear him as such. You know, other superheroes wouldn't fear him because they'd be like, oh, this guy's an idiot. You know what I mean? But I mean, they're still like that now. But then over the years, during the 90s, when he started getting had a couple of mini-series which went well, and like
I like miniseries.
yeah,
for obvious reasons.
good. Well, yeah, the Juggernaut's in the what is it, the Circle chase?
Yeah, he's in the first two parts of the first one, and he's in the whole of the second one.
But then and his ongoing series, which was very successful. I think that was the one that was written by Joe Casey. He really did develop the character. You know, started doing the breaking the fourth wall thing and all that kind of stuff, and being a bit more.
But back then, it wasn't over the top. He's
No,
not sort
it
of
wasn't.
dialoguing
It was-
to you constantly.
Yeah, I mean, stuff would happen. He would crack jokes.
Yeah.
Basically, he just amped it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that.
And it worked really well. There was a good balance of it. But the more popular the character got, the more Looney Tunes he got. Like, you know, they'll do a story arc where he's having a flashback to the 70s. They can't just have, you know, Deadpool appearing in the 70s. What was it like? Oh, you got Deadpool wearing a fucking pimp suit over his normal Deadpool suit and shit like that. And it's like, that stuff makes me fucking cringe. I think, fuck off. You know what I mean? And it is really...
I feel strongly about this.
Yeah, it's like when the writers, when they're putting stuff like... They just think of a joke off the top of their head. Okay, I'll put that in the book. Oh yeah, I'll put that in the book. Right. Doesn't matter. It's just relentless, bad, cringy jokes or set pieces and stuff like that. And it really is killing the character for me. And he's got to the point where
for me he's unreadable now.
Yeah,
I can't.
I mean, it has its moments. I still enjoy some of the books, but the biggest issue for me is that, because of the popularity of the character in the real world, they've kind of like reflected that in the Marvel world, in the comics world. So he's a famous celeb in the Marvel world, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you're just really, that's not the kind of character that would not thrive as being in the public eye as a famous celeb.
He's meant to be quite an uncovert assassin mercenary.
Yeah.
Why would it doesn't make sense? Well, for a start, there'd be authorities that would be constantly, constantly hunting him, but they would be constantly hunting him for being a killer, a known murderer. So, oh yeah, don't worry, he'll sign an autograph for you, but he's only killed 200 people yesterday.
Yeah.
What?
I'd actually much prefer Deadpool if they brought it down a few notches from 11 to 7 or 8 max, and got rid of all the fucking slapsticky Looney Tunes fucking Acme shit, and basically made him like play on the fact that he's a Deathstroke rip-off character.
Do you know what he is? He is modern. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off there. He is the modern day Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
He really. No, you're right. He really is an Acme. He is the Coyote trying to get the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
With talking to the camera, boom, 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 boom. You know, shut up.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's just too much. Make him play on the fact that he's a Deathstroke pastiche. Make him like Deathstroke, but Deathstroke with...
I thought he was.
No, but Deathstroke with the jokes. You know, have him jokes. Make him have the banter.
Make him back to being quirky.
Cool. Yeah, quirky, rather than just completely fucking...
Banana peels, whoop!
Yeah, exactly. So... They're killing the character off for me, but I can't see them ever changing it because he's so popular now in its current incarnation.
And unfortunately, for whatever we say, he sells.
Yeah, well,
and he sells big in this
it's
form.
not just the comic that sells; it's the other stuff.
Yeah,
that sells.
Comic sells, the merchandise sells. He's a very popular character buying toys, as we both know.
Yeah. I mean, you see people aren't even into comics and they've got a Deadpool bag or something like that.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Something with a Deadpool logo on it.
His brand, as it is, sells. We may not like it.
No,
we are two small specks. On this planet.
Oh yeah,
but our opinion matters.
But that's just what I would like to see happen. I'm realistic enough to think, no, that's never going to happen, and I'm not, asking for them to do that because I don't like it. You know what I mean?
That's fine. It sells.
That's my wishful thinking.
And I choose not to buy the comic.
Yeah,
and that's all I can do.
I have stopped. It took me a while to stop buying a comic, but I have now stopped. And because
how's it going? Yeah. he's 4 months without a Deadpool comic, and
there's plenty of characters, and he appears in other stuff. I'm happy for him to appear as a sort of supporting character or as part of a team. Although I don't agree that he should be in the Avengers at all, ever. But
no, it's one of those things where every character needs to be an Avenger.
Yeah. It's like they're just pulling them out.
They did it with Spider-Man, did it with Wolverine.
Let's not talk about that now. That's the next video. We're going to record it in a minute.
You're right, though. It is. Whoever's been popular at the moment, Spider-Man's had his time. Oh, he still hasn't never left, really.
Nah,
Wolverine's had his time. But they put those characters in the Avengers. They did it with the Thing. They really loved the Thing. I put them in the Avengers. Did it with Spider-Man. Did it with Wolverine. Did it with Spider-Man and Wolverine at the same time.
Yeah.
Another Deadpool.
Yeah.
I guess that's just natural progression of a popular character.
Yeah, maybe.
And we can't berate them for the success of the character.
I do actually despair sometimes. So now we're going to segue into talking a little bit about the Avengers.
Deadpool on a segue.
Yeah.
Deadpool on a segue.
Oh my God. If only we could have an animation of Deadpool on a Segway literally right now.
Ryan, if you're watching,
yeah.
and we know you are, can you please dress up in a Deadpool costume and be on a Segway?
Yeah, you've done stuff for BT Internet.
And retweet us.
Yeah. But yeah, with the Avengers lineup, I'll be honest, when they first did Spider-Man and Wolverine in the New Avengers, and I suppose maybe even Luke Cage to a certain degree, I despaired a little bit. I thought, yeah, but no, they're all great characters, but are they Avengers? Avengers should be like the top tier, except Hawkeye. But I'm actually a fan of Hawkeye. I'm only joking to any Hawkeye fans out there. But you know, they'd never. You know, it was cool that they were guys that hadn't been Avengers, and it was like the only reason they were put in the Avengers, other than Luke Cage, Spider-Man was put in the Avengers and Wolverine put in the Avengers because I think it was Bendis. He actually said that well, you look at the Justice League. The Justice League is always the biggest superheroes in the DC universe at the time. You know, whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And so,
that's true.
you know, we.
So they're doing the same with Deadpool at the moment.
Yeah,
is basically what you're saying. Okay, yeah. So that was another video for another time.
But I mean, I haven't got an issue with them doing that, but I'm just not a fan of them doing that. I think they do it. There needs to be some decent story reasons to justify why they're in there, not so much a quickly hashed up thing.
Like them with Deadpool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like with, for example, like you look at it, like Deadpool realistically would never ever get accepted into the Avengers.
No, of course he wouldn't, and of course he shouldn't.
No, and even Wolverine, back in an earlier issue, you know, it's famous. Captain America's famous for saying that Wolverine will never be an Avenger, and I think, well, it would be better, it'd make an even better story if that was the case, and instead that became a point of contention between them and maybe some other people as well. But
yeah. So what do you think?
But I've still got one more thing. The point I was getting to is like with a more recent run of the Avengers, you had the Vision and you had Captain Falcon and you had Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Sam Alexander, Nova, and I think it might have just been them three, all as the Avengers, the main Avengers. But that's because they're characters that they're wanting to push at the moment. But it begs the question, in world, what's happening to the characters that were in the Avengers Academy? Why aren't they being progressed into the Avengers at any point?
School closed down due to government cuts.
Yeah, I know they're not popular characters or anything like that, but surely from a story perspective, it makes sense to at least have a couple of them graduate to the main Avengers at some point, or the young Avengers into the main Avengers. Also, to be fair, some of them have in one incarnation of the Avengers or not, or another. But you know, rather than just them disappearing, it just doesn't make much sense to me. And that's just from someone who's reading. You know, I read an Avengers book and I'm thinking, yeah, the Avengers Academy guys must be 18, 19 now. They're older than Sam Alexander, Kamala Khan.
Yeah, that's fine.
They've been training for the last X amount of years to be Avengers. Why aren't they Avengers?
Yeah, so I tried stopping him from diverting onto the Avengers rant, but he continued in the Deadpool video. So make your complaints below.
Yeah. But to sum up, I used to like Deadpool, now he annoys me. See you later.